want to know why you're driving by me with the window down. I'm not sure what you're doing.
Is that a crime, sir?
Okay.
Is that illegal?
Suspicion.
I'm not answering questions.
Where are you coming from?
Are you stupid? Obviously you are.
Would you like the insurance and registration?
No, you're not driving it. Why would I ask for that?
Let me see if I can do this from a distance.
Do I need
Hang
to
on.
articulate?
Is this close up? You want me to set it down and then you can grab it?
Welcome back to Enforced, where we show you the most shocking and controversial police footage. Today we're looking into 3 cases where cops face off and get owned by educated citizens. For our first clip, we take you to St. Clair, Michigan, where a police officer decided it was okay to conduct a traffic stop for someone who was only driving with their windows down. Yes, you heard me right. All they did to get pulled over was drive with their window down. Luckily for the driver, he was well versed with the law and knew what his rights were. Let's take a look at the footage.
Yes?
Do you have a driver's license, registration, proof of insurance?
What are you stopping me for?
Go ahead and provide that information. I'll be more than happy to let you know.
Well, you have to have a crime or infraction for me to identify myself, sir.
Okay. Who am I speaking with?
The driver of this car.
Okay. Who is the
What's
driver?
your name and badge number?
Officer Schneider.
Officer Schneider. What is the nature of the stop?
I don't want to know why you're driving by me with the window down. I'm not sure what you're doing.
Is that a crime, sir?
Okay.
Is that illegal?
Suspicion. Okay.
Is it a crime? Is that a lawful stop because I drove with my window down?
I gave you the reason for the stop. Who am I speaking with?
The driver of this car.
Okay. Provide your identification.
For what? I didn't commit a crime.
Okay.
Driving with the window down is not unlawful. If that's all you've got, you better get a supervisor out here.
Who am I speaking with?
You don't need to know that. I haven't broken a law.
In this short interaction, Officer Schneider already admits that the reason for the stop was driving by him with the window down. Is it really unbelievable to drive with your windows down? So unbelievable that you have to stop the driver and investigate? The only thing unbelievable here is the ridiculous reason for the stop and then expecting the driver to lay down their rights for you. Fortunately, the driver knows that he's done nothing wrong and rightfully discloses no information about himself, but instead inquires about the stop and its legitimacy.
Where are you headed to tonight?
That's none of your business.
It's some of my business.
It's not your business. It's irrelevant to you.
No, it's not.
Why is it not irrelevant?
This is the 3rd time that I've seen you driving by. When you drive by with your window down and your hand hanging out, saying
Is that against the law?
okay. It raises reasonable suspicion for me to stop you.
Suspicion is not a crime. You've stopped me.
Okay. So who am I speaking with? So I can.
You don't need to know that.
I do need to know that.
For what?
To know if you have a reason to be in this area now at this point in time.
Is it illegal to be in this area?
Okay. We've had crimes going on in this area. And
Wonderful.
You're a suspicious person in this area.
Okay.
I want to know who I'm speaking with.
Okay. You don't need to know.
Are you the owner of this vehicle?
Unless I've broken a law, I don't have to identify. Now, am I free to leave?
No, you're not at this point, okay?
What crime are you stopping me for?
I advise you why you're stopped.
Suspicious is not a crime. When I've done something wrong, then you may stop and detain me.
Are you the owner of this vehicle?
I'm not answering any questions. You let me know when I'm free to go, and if I'm not, you get a supervisor out here who can explain to you that unless I've broken a law, you cannot detain me, and I do not have to identify.
Where are you headed to tonight?
That's none of your business. I already told you I'm not answering questions.
Where are you coming from?
Are you stupid? Obviously you are.
Why do you think that I'm stupid?
You let me know when I'm free to go.
Okay. Good. Where are you headed to tonight?
The driver takes none of these unnecessary questions, and he's absolutely right. You don't need to identify yourself if the traffic stop isn't legitimate, because you haven't committed a crime or an infraction. The best way to go about the situation is exactly what the driver does here. Ask to speak to the supervisor or to be let go. At this point, the officer just stands there wondering what to do next, only to repeat his question after a long pause.
Do you always violate people's rights?
Not violating any rights at this time.
Absolutely you are.
What rights am I violating?
You're unlawfully detaining me. You're violating my Fourth Amendment right to travel freely.
So I'm not violating any rights.
I haven't committed a crime.
Okay.
Driving is not illegal. Driving with the window down is not illegal. Driving in this area is not illegal. So until you have a reason, kick rocks. Now, am I going to get that supervisor?
No, I don't find a reason to wake my supervisor up this time.
Well, you don't, but I do.
Okay. Then you can contact me.
Clearly, you have an issue with me driving.
That's my job to...
Your job to stop people unlawfully.
I'm not unlawfully stopping anybody.
You're preventing me from going to my destination.
Where is that? I'd be more than happy to let you continue on your destination.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Where's your destination?
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, you said goodbye. Am I being detained?
Everyone said you were being detained.
Not being detained. All right, for the record, this officer is not detaining me. All right, goodbye.
Officer Schneider is clueless on how to handle a citizen who knows his rights. Thankfully, he didn't get enraged like so many other officers when their questions or requests, which aren't lawful orders, are not followed by educated citizens who know the law. Over here, Officer Schneider gets taught a lesson that he can't simply pull over someone because he feels like it. He needs a valid reason and not something so ridiculous as a window down to stop someone and waste their time. Kudos to the driver for knowing exactly what to do in a situation like this and making it clear that he is doing nothing illegal at all. That's what happens when a cop stops an educated citizen for no good reason. Next, we take you to Phoenix, Arizona, where a YouTuber, Joshua Lloyd, was participating in something called geocaching, which is an outdoor activity where players look for hidden geocache that other players have hidden. After searching the area for 30 minutes, Joshua was approached by two cops who drove in on their vehicle. Let's see how this goes.
Alright guys, we'll talk to you soon, and we'll see you later. Oh, hold on. We got the cops. They're gonna run my license plate.
Good morning.
Morning, can I help you?
I don't know, can we help you? Do you live here?
No, but this is public, correct?
I'm not sure on that. Could be private property.
Could be, but if there was, I do believe there would be a sign posted somewhere, right?
Not necessarily.
Well, I mean,
Somebody called on you. Is that your car?
that is my car.
Okay. Well, if it is public...
I mean, I would figure it's public. You have electric access here.
Is
You
that
have
public
you have
property?
a you
Is
have
that
a
public
you have a
property right there?
state issued sign.
Is that public property right there?
Where? Right there?
Yeah, right just north of us.
Could possibly be, because it's easement.
Okay. Is there anybody in the car?
No, just me. But if you want to go check, go ahead, go check.
Can I get your permission to do anything else?
No,
Do I need your permission?
no,
Do I
because
need your permission to check the car?
you would need my permission to go inside the car.
No, but you just said if you want to go check if there's someone else in the car. Do I?
Oh
need
yeah,
to-
go check,
No,
and
but-
you can go look
no,
in
you're
and see if.
telling me go ahead. Do I need you to tell me to go ahead to do it, or can I do it on my own?
Well, I mean, you could do it on your own. You can
Okay,
do a
all right.
plain view search.
Okay, good. Just making sure I thought you were under the impression you had to give me permission.
To go inside the car, you need permission.
Not necessarily.
What do you mean, not necessarily?
Over here, the officer thinks he can break into any car he wants just to check on things, cause that's exactly what he'd be doing, breaking in. The officer has no reason and no right in this case to enter the car and search for anything unless given clear permission, which he did not. Thankfully, Joshua knows exactly what's what and clearly states that the officer cannot in fact enter the vehicle without his permission. Let's see what else this officer comes up with.
Would you guys like my name? I'll give you my name. You don't have to run the plate for it because my name's not on the plate.
What's your name?
My name is Josh.
Josh?
Mm-hmm.
Josh what?
Lloyd. Lloyd.
Is it Josh or Joshua?
It's Joshua.
Hey Phil, We may have to
Joshua Lloyd.
Huh?
Joshua.
You're not towing my car.
We may have to tow it. It's not registered to him. It's registered to a female. It's left on the roadway running. I'm not going to leave it here
Oh,
just running. So let's get a hold of
really?
boss, and we'll find out if for safekeeping. Otherwise, somebody's going to make off with this thing.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Not even going to question me on who it's registered to? Would you like the insurance and registration?
No, you're not driving it. Why would I ask for that?
It's just parked right now.
Are you driving it right now?
No, it's parked.
Okay, so you're not driving.
No.
Sure. What's your name?
Joshua Lloyd.
Joshua
Lloyd.
I'm going to try and get a hold of the owner, see if they know where the car is. Otherwise, left heel
She'll
on
tell
the
you
road.
that her son-in-law has it. You're going to let him act like that. Just because I'm standing over here next to a wall. And you guys haven't even asked me what I'm doing. You guys go over to my car, give me the third degree, and you don't even like, hey man, what are you doing? I even like turned around, I gave you the thumbs up. He comes out all hard. Why? I'm not trying to catch you in anything, man. Asking a simple question. That's a hell of an investigation skill you guys got there.
Have you been allowed to use the car?
I live with her, yes, and I'm allowed to use the car, hence
Okay.
the reason why I have it.
Okay, all right. Well, we're going to do some research, find out whose property that is. You got your name, your information. If it turns out that it is private property.
I don't think it
and-
would be private property.
I don't think. That's why I'm going to find out for sure whose property. it
Okay, you
belongs to.
go ahead for sure.
I don't need your permission to check out whose property it is, but I appreciate you giving me the go-ahead. I will look into that.
Joshua is being more than helpful here, and he's clearly ready to give out some information and assist the officers. If only the officers shared this same willingness and sense of respect for the law. Unfortunately, the officers are just looking for ways to make the situation tougher than it is or needs to be. They try anything they can, from attempting to tow the car to trying to trick and scare Joshua into thinking that he may be trespassing. Once again, Joshua's knowledge of the law comes in handy and saves him, as he's not tricked into anything or scared of the officers and stands his ground.
Can I have your name and badge number, please? Your card?
8632.
Your card, please. I have a bad memory.
You're recording it.
Okay. Can I have your name and badge number, please? All right. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that.
Josh, but I could do some further research before you go on a...
You know, hold on. Before you go and give me the lecture, how about before you come up all hard on somebody, you ask them what they're doing?
Use profanity, Josh. Do the research and find out whose property you're on, because you may be breaking the law.
It's public property, I can tell you that.
You're stating that as a fact.
I am. I'm stating it as a fact because I like with you guys.
Well, now you're using more profanity.
I can use profanity. It's the First Amendment. You cannot restrict my speech. Not unless it's fighting words. If I use it to emphasize my sentences, I can use it to emphasize my sentences. If one man's curse word is another man's lyric.
It can be an issue. Josh, we're going to do the research. We're going to
Do the
go now.
research.
Have a good day.
You too.
Throughout this encounter, Joshua has been nothing but friendly and helpful right up to the end, at which point he had to, once again, correct the officers on the law. Joshua later filed a complaint against the officers, but did not pursue any legal action, as he felt that although the officers were somewhat troublesome, they did not violate his rights. Joshua did, however, state in a comment that he followed what most police and police supporters recommend. That is to volunteer information like your identity. Unfortunately, as we've seen, even doing so did not help the situation when the officers just wanted to be unnecessarily problematic. For our last clip of the day, we head over to Boulder, Colorado, where we get to witness how a civilian gets harassed by police for no logical reason but simply for standing on the sidewalk and having what is clearly a can of Pepsi.
Hey gentlemen, how you doing tonight?
Great.
What you got there, man?
What do you mean?
What kind of beverage is that?
Looks
does
like a
it matter?
Pepsi.
Stay your distance, please.
Stay our distance.
Yeah, I don't want two guys with guns coming up on me.
Oh, we're police officers. Maybe you
I
didn't
don't
notice.
care whether you're police officers or the mafia.
The mafia?
Yeah, you guys are rolling around and coming up on me with guns. Back up. Yeah.
We're police officers. We're here to serve and protect, sir.
I just want to protect. You're trying to.
Because there's a lot of students here drinking, so
I don't-
we just want to make sure that
No
You know,
inquiry
We're
needed.
just, so yeah, well, our job is to make sure the community's safe.
The two officers over here group up on a person simply enjoying a can of Pepsi. Nothing wrong with that, and definitely nothing that warrants questioning over it.
That's some
People are
Gestapo stuff when you
out,
stop for everybody
walking
holding a
and-
can anywhere.
No, not everybody holding a can anywhere.
Just me.
No, just people that we feel might be drinking in public. So we're checking
Do
to
you
make sure you're
suspect I
okay.
might be drinking in public?
We have no idea.
We don't know what the
That's
So
why
you
we're
do not
asking.
suspect that I may be drinking
Can
in
you just
public?
show us what kind
We
of
have.
can
We're
it is?
just.
The person here is being hoarded with unreasonable questions, and the cops clearly don't have a valid reason for pulling up to him. Thankfully, both of these individuals know their rights and ask the right questions about the validity of the officer's demands.
Do you
Reasonable
suspect?
suspicion.
That's what I'm asking. Do you suspect? You said
We have
no.
what's called a reasonable suspicion.
Do you have a reasonable suspicion?
Yeah, we do.
What is
Holding
that?
A can.
I'm holding
so
a
we're stopped
can.
to investigate.
That's your reasonable
That's not a reasonable suspicion for drinking
Holding a can is a
alcohol.
reasonable suspicion.
Yeah.
So anybody holding a can is under
Under
reasonable
suspicion.
Well,
suspicion.
typically we like to see the can.
The officers are having a tough time answering these simple but logical questions, and keep demanding to see the can of Pepsi, which apparently falls under reasonable suspicion for these officers.
We can see if it's an actual soft drink or if
This
it's
may
an
not be
alcoholic
typical.
beverage.
Do I look imbibe on beverages in public, Officer Scott?
I don't know.
May I have your card, please?
You'd have to come and get it, and you don't want me to get close to you. Do
Will you
want me to
please
get close
hand
enough?
me your card? I'm requesting
Okay,
it.
let me see if I can
Clearly.
do this from a distance.
Do I need
Hang
to
on.
articulate?
Is this close? You want me to set it down and then you can grab it? Would that be better so I don't get too close?
Officer Avila,
Yeah.
may I have your card, please? Excellent. Officer Avila has no problem being professional with a business card.
You did get
Anything
too close
else
to
that you
though.
gentlemen need besides Gestapo stops for cans? Yeah, it's Gestapo when you're going to stop me for a can on the sidewalk. That's
Actually,
sick.
you were standing here. We didn't stop you. We just came up to talk to you.
Oh, okay, later.
See you. Have a good night. Take care.
Yeah.
Good talking.
In this encounter, we've had two officers approach two civilians unnecessarily with no actual reason or solid base for questioning them, only to get puzzled when the civilians read their rights out to them and ask the logical questions that they have no answers to. It's just another case of two police officers misusing their power on civilians, thinking that they can go about stopping or questioning anyone they want to.